Rick Bausman and I will be leading today's service. Rick is a beloved member of the island community, a former UUSMV religious exploration coordinator, and the founder and director of the Rhythm of Life Foundation. Through the power of ensemble drumming, the Rhythm of Life creates a world where people feel good about themselves, respect each other, experience personal transformation, enjoy community in its broadest sense, handiwork joyfully and effectively together. As an expressive arts therapist in training, I am working for a year as an intern with Rick and the Rhythm of Life at the Milokan Cultural Center, MV, which is located at the Native Earth Teaching Farm in Chilmark. The Milokan Cultural Center is operated by Rhythm of Life in tandem with the Milokan Cultural Center in Lakai, Haiti. We offer a wide range of programming and services to nurture the soul of the community. There are opportunities to drum, dance, sing, or enjoy a concert. We frequently host guest artists from the US, Africa, and the Caribbean. In a few weeks, Rick will be traveling to Cameroon to drum at festivals and ceremonies throughout the country, and to Benin, where he returns in his role as an ambassador, creating connections between the people of Benin and the Haitian Vodou community. We light our chalice this morning. Can I have a volunteer to come up and light the chalice? Thank you, Roger. We light our chalice this morning with words by T.S. Eliot. What we call a beginning is often the end, and to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from. Thank you, Roger. So traditionally in our services, we start with, we enter the spirit of worship. We would say, let us now enter the spirit of worship, and we listen to, oftentimes, piano. What we're going to do today is more actively enter a spirit of worship with something called the big scribble drawing. And so what you're going to get to do, there are art supplies in front of you. What you're going to get to do is listen to a rhythm that Rick and I are going to play, and I encourage you to make big scribbles. You're not trying to create anything that looks like anything. You're scribbling to the music as a way to enter this spirit of contemplation and connection. Okay. Thank you, everyone. The hymn is called I Know This Rose Will Open. So it goes. I know this rose will open. Try that one. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. I know this rose will open. Let's try to sing the whole thing together. Ready? I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know the soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. One more time. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. We won't go into a round. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to practice a new perspective, and Rick's going to introduce you into slip time. Do we want to give a demonstration first?
Yeah, I thought I was going to
play.
Yeah, you want to play with me?
Yeah, I'll play with you.
Jen's been learning this. So, you know what? I don't need this, do I?
You do, because Zoom.
I do. Oh, hi, Zoom. Yeah. Sorry, how you doing? I've been studying West African-based music for a long time, and I finally came up with this very simple pattern on two congas that contains a lot of very basic elements in that music, and I've been teaching it to my students and the drum corps that I have, and it actually really works. I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. It's fun. It's kind of like a tongue twister for your arms and hands, and we can get into some of the stuff that it's actually providing for you musically, but it's really more of a metaphor for shifting perspective, and we're going to shift our perspective physically as part of this exercise, as a representation for shifting a mental perspective. So, all right, here we go. Why don't you take these two? Are we gonna? What are we doing for the song? Demonstration first?
Let's demonstrate first.
There's not a lot of room up there.
No, there isn't.
Okay. All right, so you can kind of do this. Oh yeah, thanks. I forgot the Zoom people. Okay, so if you want to do this along with us on your knees or on the table, that's fine. It's really based on something simple, just left, right, and that for our purposes today, that's never going to change. There's a lot of there's some things that can make it sound kind of different, but this is the heart of it. Left, right, left, right. You can imagine that you have a drum. You can get different sounds out of the drum. So with my left hand, I'm going to alternate. Okay, I can do the same thing with my right hand. Now, that's two sounds, but I don't have to stop there. I can get a third sound. So I have now a bass going, and I can maybe choose a slap. And this time, maintaining the left-right cadence, I'm going to alternate the gong and the bass with the left hand, but I'm going to cycle through 3 techniques on my right hand. Bass, boom, stop. So it sounds like this.
Give you some paper to take what I'm passing
This is a bit faster.
down. So on your paper, you're gonna make like when you're rolling dice and you're gonna make the 5. So there's a circle or some sort of object in the middle. Zoom, see that? No, maybe this way. There's an object, a circle in the middle, and then you make a circle on each of the 4 corners. And then there are markers on the table. You want, and if not enough markers or crayons, 2 different colors. An uncapped and both. 1 in each hand. Right?
Yeah, looking good. Yep. You can all come to Africa with me when you learn this. We'll play the drums. You have two circles on the left, 2 circles on the right, and 1 in the middle. So let's say that the 2 circles on the left-hand side of your page are this drum for now, okay? And the 3 then remaining are the 3 techniques for this drum. So get your left-hand marker ready and just get used to the top one being the bass and the bottom one being the gong, and just go back and forth, dot, dot, top, bottom. Started. When you feel pretty solid with top, middle, bottom, you can add that alternating thing with your left hand in. You'll hear that sound when your marker is on your bottom left-hand circle. Okay, so here we go. Top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, top. Okay, so you good with that? Okay, now switch sides. Right hand, top, bottom, dun, boom, boom. Whoa. So right hand, top, bottom, top, bottom, top. Turn it around. Okay, you good with that? No? So now it's the right hand. Move, right hand. Top, middle, bottom. Top, middle, bottom. Top, middle, okay, now let's go back the other way. This is, we shifted our perspective, right? Our physical perspective from one side to the other. Now, what do you have to do that in a big hurry? Watch. You're already going in a hurry. No, that's slow. Ready? This is a hurry. Go. Watch my left hand. Watch what happens here. This is left hand, right? Now watch. Left hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, right. 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 All right. The things what you're actually working with from a musical perspective is two different time signatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3, or even 2. Parts in those different time signatures. So as I just kind of found this out or discovered it recently. I've only been using it about a year, but I think what might happen is people that are, begin to understand the system pretty deeply will have a grid to slide all these kind of traditional rhythms right into. And this can be very helpful in feeling how the very complicated sounding parts that I have spent years and years learning actually become a little bit simpler when you have a context to put them with. So anyway, good job. How'd your dots? Everything worked out?
Now is the time in our service where we have our offertory. We depend on the generosity of our congregation to support the day-to-day workings of the church. So as we're passing the plate here, if you'd like to join me in the hymn, very simple lyrics. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and by this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. To you. Oh wait, let's start. That's from I got the it's from you I receive. Ready? Let's try it one more time. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and by this we live. Chris, our special thanks to Chris Seidel back there on our Zoom. What's our status with video and sound? Is that working or no? So I'm wondering. Okay, that's great. Why don't you talk about it?
Sorry, I keep figuring out like that's funny for somebody in my profession. Okay. So during my pandemic, I went down the basement and made a lot of music because I didn't want to go crazy. I couldn't, nobody to rehearse with, no gigs. So I decided that I would take some of these strong elements in West African music and try to find new relationships for them. And I made a whole bunch of recordings, and which I went to Africa last year to re-record with live musicians in Africa. And I'll play you some of that sometime. It's good stuff. But the other thing I did after I got done with that, the pandemic. So I set up all the instruments that I used in a particular piece of music, and in like a pile, like a drum sculpture, and I took a picture of it, and then I manipulated the photograph in sort of kaleidoscopic ways, the Rorschach thing. You flip things over and made a music video out of those photographs. It's very kind of more meditative, and what happens is you see things in a different way when they're flipped upside down or inverted and put in relation to each other. And when I went to Benin, I showed some people there some images that I had made with these photographs, and they were like, well, that's going to be beautiful fabric. We need to make fabric for that. So I have a little idea, and some people in Benin that are interested in making a little fabric company to employ people with disabilities to. But then I came back here, and I took some new photos of the drums that I have up in the cultural center and printed them on this is my line of clothes that we are almost sold out of for this summer. And so I've got kind of all this stuff wrapped up, and we were going to show you the video, which it plays with that imagery in another fresh way. But instead, we'll talk to you about the clothes. It turns out I didn't really set out to do this, but it turns out that the art and music that I created was an exercise in shifting perspective for me, which maybe makes sense since I was looking for something to keep myself sane, and I was craving interaction. So I set up a situation that required me to shift my own perspective, almost like having just like a conversation with myself. Anyway, I brought what's left of the clothes, and hoping that maybe we'll sell a few, more money in my pocket for West Africa. And I want to get rid of them so I can make a bunch more. We call it, for those of you who like natural fibers, you're out of luck. 100% plastic. Recycled bottles. You can crumple it up, stuff it down in the bottom of your beach bag, sit on it all the way home, and put it on and look sharp at Dairy Queen already. No wrinkles. That's my pitch.
So what we're going to do is we're going to give you some more live drumming. We're going to end where we started, but from a new perspective. So what I'm going to invite you to do is to actually shift perspectives by shifting seats, interact with someone else's scribbles.
We can do this again.
Yes. Okay. So we'll play, and we'll play while you play, and then we'll have our benediction in a few minutes. So, all right, last couple minutes to play.